Man, thank God for this article, man. Hit the thumbs up, support the channel. A lot of these fighters will call out other fighters that's in contracts to fight other fighters that already have fight dates. And that's kind of crazy that the boxing fans will go along with the same old play that they've been running over and over again. Oh, he's scared of him. He called him out. And they got a fight already set up. The other fighter got a fight set up. But when they both are clear, this fighter is in his red hole hiding somewhere. And their promoter will back him up. Now, I'm going to read y'all this article. Now, check this article out. Andy Ruiz Jr. to Dillian Whyte. You don't want the smoke. I'm moving on. IBF, WBC, WBO, and IBO heavyweight champion Andy Ruiz open workout in Saudi Arabia ahead of the fight. Okay, by Scott Gilford. Andy Ruiz Jr. said on social media today that Dillian Whyte basically ducked him, and he planned on moving on to the next opponent. Ruiz can't afford to play games with Whyte or his promoter at Matchroom Boxing. Andy won't stall out his career wasting time on a fight that won't get made. This Andy Ruiz and people. The former IBF, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion Ruiz Jr. 33-22 KO said he'll have a big announcement coming soon on his next fight. Ruiz isn't saying who his next opponent will be, but it's got to someone telling for him to be saying it'll be a big Nelson. Guilford thinks it'll be one of these: Oscar Rivas, Luis Ortiz, Michael Hunter, Philip Haggerty, some shit, Joseph Parker, or Andy Kornowski. One of these motherfuckers. Was Hearns ever seriously interested in using Ruiz for Whyte? I don't think so. Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn likely was never going to give Ruiz his asking price because he already had Alexander Povetkin waiting in the wings to fight him. Now, don't that sound familiar? Don't that sound familiar? That's one of Eddie Hearn's plays. He'll put a big name out there and already had Povetkin waiting in the wings. He had that play set up for Joshua a few times. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I don't never think it's going to happen. But some boxing fans believe in it. I don't understand why, but it's a play Eddie Hearn used. Bob Arum used it. His father used it. It's a play that boxing promoters and boxers use. Okay. If Povetkin wasn't an option, then Hearns would have likely given Ruiz the $5 million or whatever his asking price is to take the fight with Whyte. It's common sense, but some people common sense is not that common. Okay, what Hearns doesn't realize is the British boxing fans don't want to see Whyte fight Povetkin. Maybe if that fight took place 10 years ago when Povetkin still a good fighter, then maybe, but not now. Povetkin is looking shot to pieces at this point in his career. With Ruiz no longer an option, Whyte 27-1, 18 KOs, and now fight 40-year-old Alexander Povetkin. Next, this is arguably the fight that Hearns wanted all along. Povetkin is no threat to beating Whyte, so it keeps his career afloat for a little while longer. Alexander Povetkin with one win in the last 3 fights. Povetkin has won only once in his last 3 fights. In other words, Povetkin's record is 1-1-1 since 2018. That's not exactly good unless Hearns is counting on the casual boxing fans not bothering to look up Povetkin's record when they decide whether to order Whyte Povetkin on Sky Box Office. Y'all see that? I don't want. He's looking in old. He's looking old and getting battered by Hunter and outworked. Hunter slipped up by not continuing to unload on Povetkin when he had him on the verge of beating, knocking him out in the first round. If Hunter had done the same thing in any of the remaining 9 rounds of the fight, it likely would have stopped Povetkin. He would have likely stopped him. The Russian 2004 Olympic gold medalist Povetkin was too slow to defend himself when Hunter would flurry on him from time to time. Whyte expects to be the favorite against Povetkin. The good news for Povetkin is Whyte doesn't ever throw flurries. He's a one punch at a time guy who doesn't have the engine to unload on his opponents in the same way that the talented 2012 U.S. Olympic Hunter does. It's pretty easy to figure out who will win in a fight between Ruiz and Whyte. As we saw in the past, Anthony Joshua destroyed Whyte in 2015 and leading him in the canvas in the 7th round with lockout. In turn, Ruiz beat Joshua by a 7th round TKO. That tells you everything in predicting the outcome for a fight between Ruiz and Whyte. And Matchroom Boxing plans on staging the Whyte versus Povetkin fight as a headliner on Sky Box Office pay-per-view. It'll be interesting to see how many buys it wind up. Ruiz, a bad style matchup for Whyte. Alright, man, it's a long article, man. Alright, man, I'm just saying, Andy Ruiz said Dillian Whyte don't want to smoke. He's all smoke and mirrors. And Bob Erm is full of shit. Y'all can go read this boxing articles yourself. Boxing news. Hit the thumbs up, support the channel, y'all. Peace.